Going on YouTube, Tony here, back with another review. And today I am reviewing a fragrance that's been in my collection for about 2 years now. Just getting around to actually doing a review on it. And the question that I know a lot of people ask about this one is this fragrance worth almost 10 times, in some cases over 10 times the amount that you've probably paid for your last fragrance? This is everything you need to know about Clive Christian's Rock Rose in 8 pulse points. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. If this is your first time finding me, consider liking and subscribing as I talk about some of the best fragrances on the market for men and women, and I do so in 10 pulse points or less. So pulse point number 1, Clive Christian. If you're not familiar with the brand, Clive Christian used to be known for the tagline, the most expensive fragrance in the world. They recently changed their tagline to the world's finest perfume. Use either tagline, I think this fragrance fits. This is part of the Noble collection. I think their most expensive collection. Not their most expensive fragrance, but the most expensive collection of fragrance. So I guess this is kind of like their Privé line. And so the price tag on this is $5.80 for a 50 ml bottle. In order to put that a little bit in perspective, one of the hottest fragrances out of the last couple of years is Dior Sauvage. You can pick this up at your local mall for around $120 for a 3.4 ounce bottle, which is 100 mils. So if you do the math on that, so it's $1.20 roughly a mil for Dior Sauvage, compared to $11.50 for the per mil for Rock Rose, which is, it's kind of unfair to kind of compare these two brands, because I think Clive Christian is catered to a higher end audience, if that makes sense. I know Dior is a luxury brand, but this niche perfumery probably is not for your run of the mill. Like, you can't run down to Macy's or Dillard's and find Clive Christian in that store. So it's a little unfair to compare. What may be a better comparison would be a brand like Creed, for example, Aventus. For a 50 ml bottle of Aventus per mil, you're looking at about $7.30 compared to the $11.60. So only about 40% more, but still, even apples to apples from a brand standpoint, I think you're looking at a pretty expensive fragrance. If you think this is probably one of the more expensive fragrances out there, you would actually be wrong. Roja Parfums Haute Luxe is about $35 per mil. It's actually not even the most expensive fragrance on Clive Christian's website. That would go to this bad boy. Pulse point number 3. So what does Rock Rose smell like? The flower, I'm actually not sure. The fragrance smells a lot like saffron. Never heard of Rock Rose until I actually bought this fragrance. Rock Rose is technically in the Cistus family, which I'm not familiar with that smell either, but I will tell you the fragrance itself, the most prominent aspects of this fragrance, it's soft, stops short of being powdery. It's a soft floral spicy scent. If you're not familiar with Rock Rose, if you're not familiar with saffron, and you want to get a sense of what this smells like, it's almost like a combination of Mont Blanc's Emblem, the black, and then the silver, and of course a better blend, more well constructed fragrance than these two. But if you have never smelled those notes and you're curious about what Rock Rose smells like, get your nose on one of these, and it kind of gets you in the ballpark. They don't smell like it, but it'll get you in the ballpark. Pulse point number 4, the bottle design. Now this is one of my favorite aspects of the bottle. It just looks good on the shelf. It's this matte black with a shiny letters. It's a good contrast. The red on the black looks good. The gold crown in conjunction with the gold lettering. Just comes together really nice. It looks really good on the shelf. I will note that for some reason, the bottle on the website has a black cap. And then I've seen other versions of the bottle that has the black mat, but then has like this red stripe down the front in which the letters sit. I'm not sure if it's an older variation, a reformulation, or just a repackaging. I'm not 100% sure, but of course this review is on the matte black bottle with the gold cap. And the sprayer is pretty good. Post point number 5. The sillage is greater than the projection. So if you're not familiar with the two terms, sillage is if I walk past you and you catch a whiff of this in the air, that's sillage. If I'm on one side of the room and you can smell me on the other side of the room, that's projection. So to summarize how I think about the performance on this, it lasts 6 to 8 hours, and it's a fragrance that is discovered, not announced. Post point number 6. When would you wear this? Dressed up. Can you wear this to work? Yeah. On dates? Yeah. Weddings? Absolutely. To a club? No. To me, this is a dressed up special occasion type scent. So if you dress up for work, yeah, I guess that'll work, but more date and special occasion. From a season standpoint, I think you can get away with this in any season other than the high heat. Post point number 7. So if you wanted to get your hands on this, you can go directly to the Clive Christian website, which I think they sell worldwide, but specifically in the US. You can buy there and have it shipped. It's also going to be in high-end department stores like your Saks or your Neiman's, in especially niche boutiques. I got mine here locally at the Scent Room in Dallas. If you don't know about them, they're not sponsoring this video, but they have a lot of high-end fragrances like Clive Christian. They're a niche boutique. They specialize in niche, kind of hard to find fragrance brands, so I highly recommend them. Again, they're not sponsored. I just really like those guys, so go check them out. You have been warned. Post point number 8 and my final take. If you remove the brand name and the price tag from this fragrance, this scent checks all the boxes that I need. It smells great. It performs well. It's not overpowering from a projection standpoint, which makes it great for going out on dates with a little lady. Even wearing it to work, special occasions like I mentioned. It will get you noticed. It will get you compliments. And if you think about notes like lavender, clary sage, spice, this leans kind of oriental with vanilla and that spice. This is a modern take on a classic male scent, and a home run in my book. However, you can't not think about the price tag and what you get from an ounce or a milliliter standpoint. With that said, if you're a regular guy just looking to smell good, you can do it a lot less than $5.80 for this and get more bang for your buck. I think you would really have to love this fragrance in order to spend that money on it to make it worth it. For me, as a enthusiast, as a collector, I love seeing this on my shelf. It's less than a love, but more than a like. So I am pleased. I wear the mess out of this. If it wasn't for the $5.80 price tag, I probably would have multiple purchases of this, but just not at that price point. With that, if you've smelled Rock Rose, let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next review. Shiny letters